Hi everybody, welcome back to Shell Star Stitches. I hope you're all okay and have had a good week. It's kind of been a week and a half since I did a video because I did one midweek last week. I got a bit out of sync. So we're back to a weekend video. So yeah, I hope you're all okay. I haven't got any actual progress to show you today, but I've had some deliveries, so I've got that and to talk through some bits upcoming. But yeah, so yeah, how have you all been? It's a bit grey and dreary here today, but my washing is out because it's windy, so I'm hoping that will dry. And I'm having a chill day. I'm a bit wheezy today, so apologies if I have to cough or drink in this. Not really sure why, but I woke up wheezy with my asthma, so yeah. Anywho, right, deliveries we have had. So let's start with the non-Toft, because then we'll go into the Toft and then that'll lead us into further conversation. You might know what's coming up and what we'll talk about. So I had a couple of birthday deliveries I was waiting on, so out of birthday money that I had. So yeah, I hadn't mentioned these because I didn't know when they were coming and what was going on with them. So this was left over, as I say, from what I had and was gifted, which is yeah, really nice. So I was able to treat myself to a couple of things. Yeah, well, I'll show you. So one of the things I did treat myself to, and I'm conscious I already have a version of this, but I saw this particular one and yeah, I really liked the design that was coming, so I went for it. So I have got another rainbow Hide and Hammer ice dyed bag. So the reason I particularly loved these colourways was because the back of this was very similar to the original one I saw back in like June 2023 that I had in my bag and I didn't purchase, and then they all sold out. And I regretted because they've never repeated that sort of colourway. But this is very similar on the back of here to the one that I liked. And yeah, I really regretted that after I didn't buy that one. I think the difficulty for me was spending the money on it and not being able to particularly have any influence over what design I had. But I was able to ask for pictures and see these, so therefore I was able to pick this one with this lots of sort of purpley, orangey, pinky on the back. So yeah, this is the larger one, which I think is an 08 rather than an 03. I always get confused with the numbers. I think the 03 is the smaller and the 08 is the larger. So that is whether you call that the front or the back, I never know which. I always have these ones in the front with the pocket sections and then the plain back. So that is one side and that is the full other side. And we have beigey, sandy beigey coloured handles, natural handles. And then if I can try and roll this down and be a bit better at rolling these down, it's a mustard colour. So mustard isn't really my colour, but it's the inside colour of this bag here, you can see. But obviously I'm all about the outside anyway, really. And then we've got the traditional, you've got one sort of half size pocket and three little ones for like crochet hooks that I'm pointing and you can't see. And then one big large pocket on the other side, on this side. So yeah, you really can't see in there, can you? Sort of, no. So yeah, that was one of my later birthday treats that I treated myself to. So yeah, Hide and Hammer ice dyed bag, and now it's like no more, Michelle, no more ice dyed bags. We're not allowed. I say that and then I'll probably see another one that comes out that I'm like, oh, I've fallen in love with that bag. Anywho, have to treat yourself for your birthday, don't you? And it was my 40th, so why not? So that was one that we've had that I forgot to show you, in fairness. The next one is a purchase from, you'll see the name if I open this, Mamie and Florrie. And I think we can really blame Tash from Toft for this, because this is one of the Geo-metry cocoons for yarn. So Tash has these. I don't know if she's got more than one or just the one, but she uses them when excuse me, when she walks around and crochets and knits, and you put your yarn ball inside and there's your carry handle. So it's portable yarn carry case. And on talking to her and others, the feedback has been this is one of the best that you can get, and it works the best because I suppose because you've got all the little holes that if you needed to get them out of any which direction, however you wanted, and it just poppers at the top here and you can get your yarn cake in through there. I assume, well, there's flexibility in there because it's leather. I assume, I mean, it smells like real leather. I assume it is real leather, so it's possibly not going to be right for vegetarians and vegans. I'm just checking. Oh no, 100% European vegetable tanned leather, but maybe that means it's vegetable tanned, but it is still leather. I mean, it smells like leather, you know, like leather shoes. So yeah, probably not great for, yes, vegans, vegetarians, I'm afraid. And then it's just got on that strap there. I went for blue, so this is the blue. This, I don't know if this really shows it in the right colourway, but it's a bit of a turquoisey blue rather than a sky blue. But yeah, and then the handle just sort of twists back down again when you want it out of the way. So yeah, that was my other last birthday purchase. So yeah, really pleased with both of those. They are on the expensive side. They aren't cheap, I would have to say. So this isn't in the realms of obviously, you know, accessible to all, and I appreciate that. And I'm lucky that I'm able to treat myself to these items. But obviously if you ever wanted one, like for a birthday or Christmas or whatever, the Hide and Hammer ice dye bags are £2.25. They are all handmade. And I like that I'm putting something into a small business. You know, I've met New at Unravel. She openly said she worries about the price, but when you look at, you know, how much effort the ice dyeing takes in the canvas and then making the bags, and they are a small business, they source things ethically, and, you know, to me, I don't mind doing that, and I think we've all probably said in the past, haven't we should just support more small businesses. The Geo-metry cocoon for the yarn was £85. That is from a company in Denmark. There is not many places. I think Mamie and Florrie is possibly one of the only places in the UK that sells them and gets them in. So they are difficult to get hold of, and I don't think Geo-metry, who make them, sell them directly from their website to you in the UK if you were to order directly yourself. I think it's obviously wholesale only over to the UK because it warrants it and all makes sense. So yeah, I appreciate they're not accessible to everybody, but they're something that obviously, you know, I've used birthday money to be able to treat myself. You could potentially, you know, ask for some collection for presents or whatever, but I'd rather show you and be honest with you. I'm not going to say, yeah, that was £10 and then you will want to get one, you know. And we, you know, I do both ends of the scale. I love a good bargain, but I also like investing in some good quality equipment and items. So there you go. Right, next, Toft deliveries we have had. We've had one this morning, but I'm going to show you the one that arrived last Friday before the bank holiday, probably because they assumed everyone wanted to make it over the bank holiday, but I haven't done anything. I've been, yeah, lost my crochet a little bit again. Flora Society, Toft Flora Society autumn instalment has arrived. You've probably seen this online already potentially, and Toft have, I think, released pictures, but and I know I'm a bit late probably to the party to showing you because I didn't do a video last weekend, but here you go. So we have in here, I'll show you this one first, a new colourway. So this is apricot. So there is a pattern for an apricot in the pattern. So this is the apricot colour, which to me is a cross between their yellow and their gold yarn, what they class as gold. So that is apricot, batch 24363. Yeah, so that is the apricot there, which has come in this. We're not sure if it's staying. We'll try and find out at Q next week. I'm assuming it's going to be a new colourway that's going to stay, because yeah, I think a lot of stuff, new stuff is going to be coming, but we'll have to ask and find out. Kerry did do an Instagram live yesterday. I'll talk about what she sort of mentioned separately, but she did say something about clearing the warehouse to make space for lots of new stuff and new colourways. She did actually say new colours, so I'm assuming she's branching out a bit more into different. I think she's finding she's probably selling a lot more of the colours now than the neutral, and I know Toft started as neutral, but with all the flower monsters, Imaginists, conservationists, Flora Society with the veggies and things, and fruits, I think, yeah, she's finding colours are selling possibly more than neutrals. I don't know. You have to ask Toft, but maybe we'll ask that next week. So yeah, apricot being one of the new ones. And then the other items we're going to be making, I'll read out, is a pomegranate, a flat nectarine, a lychee, a pink grapefruit and a slice. Oh, can't read that right. A pink grapefruit slice and a strawberry. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the apricot 6. So there's 6 patterns in this design. They're all smaller, so we've got more but slightly smaller. So in here, I'll get it out for you, tip everything out. So we have our ruby, which is for the strawberry. We have a teeny tiny little skein of primrose, because you don't need a lot. I'm assuming this is maybe like a 10 gram. I haven't weighed it yet, but primrose. So that I think is for the little seeds on the strawberry. I believe that's what we're using that for. And then we got this hand dye pomegranate, which is really lovely. They have unfortunately sold out of all of these now. They had the last few boxes, but they've all gone, I think, because people that don't subscribe, and because they now made it available as individual seasons, people have gone in and just bought a one-off to get this yarn. So yeah, this is pomegranate. So I haven't yet caked it, but that is the yarn for Flora Society. So yeah, we've only got, yeah, that's autumn, so we've only got one more, and we've only got yeah, winter to come. So I haven't started those yet. I still have summer to do. So this is why I'm trying to finish what I'm doing, because I'm doing Imaginists at the moment, to then move on to go back to get Flora Society done with Toft. Right, Centraliser arrived today, latest Centraliser collection. Things have been coming really quickly with Toft. I'm sure I only got the notification yesterday it's been shipped, but it's here. So spoiler, if you haven't got yours and haven't seen yours, please don't look now. I'm about to show you. So here is the Centraliser for this current instalment. Is it going to focus on it? Probably not, but you can get the gist. So there is a monkey, and it came in a little packet with a monkey sticker on. So we knew these were Edward's menagerie. So yeah, little teeny tiny monkey there to go on our Centraliser keyring. So what have we got coming up? So actually, let's talk about Toft first. Excuse me, folding my legs. Toft have got a Camp to Toft weekend that went live on late Thursday afternoon. This is because as part of the quarterly magazine and the bonus patterns, they made like a little camp set for sort of Ed's animals and things, and they then have branched out into Camp Toft, so they've had a really big update on Thursday. So if you're not on like Facebook and Instagram and you only find out through like YouTube and like things like this, go and check them out. They have emailed if you're on their newsletter subscription. So there's a bundle of 6 national park animals that she has designed that are new. She has also done a patch weekend. So there are 3 different patches you can get. You have to place an order with your actual items being sorry, excuse me, a minimum of £10. So your item has to be a minimum of £10. But you can specify in the comments which patch you would like, or if you want to do 3 orders, if you order say 3 lots of £10 items and pay the £4.50 postage on each, you can then therefore get each one of the patches. Also, if you're going to shows and you're willing to wait, get collection at the show, because then you can order £10 and not pay shipping at all. I have done 3 orders to collect at Q next week. So yeah, I've done 2 smaller orders and 1 proper size order, as I would call it. Because what I've gone for also is there are some new pins. Now I'm going to call them all new, because what Kerry has done is she's gone back to some of the original pins that were like a limited run of 500 back at the original, like very first pins. Caitlin was the very first pin, the giraffe. It's Hank the Dorset Down sheep and Bridget the elephant. But what Kerry has done is she has released them now updated to the new style Edward's Menagerie book. So where she's refreshed the patterns, she's refreshed those pins. So although you're getting the no longer available pins, they are a new version. So just bear that in mind. There is also a sugar glider, a hyena, and raccoon. So those are the 3 extra pins as well. So I've gone for those because you can purchase those with a pennant, you know, like the little flag type material and a hangy that you can put all your pins on. So they've done that as a bundle for £50, which saves you £10 by getting it as a bundle. So I did that and got all the new pins because yeah, I needed the originals anyway. And now these are new refreshed versions, so people are going to want both versions if they can. I mean, you can't get your hands for love nor money on any of those 3 originals really now, because they were only 500. So yeah, so yeah, pins as well. The patches are Jessie the raccoon, Logan the moose, and there is also Martin the bear, which is Martin, who's known as Welsh Tenor on Instagram, and Knit365 on Instagram. And you possibly have seen him at pop up on Toft Instagram, and he's popped them to see them. I think it's because he's a YouTuber, and Kerry, they've met at shows and got chatting, and whether he's asked or she's asked him to pop along, so he got to design a pattern which was in the quarterly magazine, which is a Tibetan blue bear, blue bear, which is now available as a kit on the website, and they've also made him a patch to go with it. So he's not a Toft employee. I think they class him as an honorary Toft employee, but he's not. He doesn't actually work there. He's a YouTuber and vlogger, and does Toft as well as many other companies and brands and crochet alongs and knit alongs. But yeah, so those are the patches that you can get, the 3 different patches. They're all holding something. So I think the raccoon's holding an enamel cup, the moose is a flag, and the bear is, I think, a camera, which is new for Toft. But if you are on Instagram, go and have a look at Kerry's live yesterday. She went live and it recorded, so it's there to watch today. But yeah, so update is only on to I think 3 o'clock on Tuesday. So if you're a patch collector, don't miss out. I mean, they'll probably come up again at some point, possibly, but there's never any guarantees. So if you want them, get in there and use click and collect if you are going to any, you know, Ali Pali, any Q, Natural History Museum, workshops, Yarndale, Malvern show, any of those. Just, yeah, use click and collect if you can. Save yourself some pennies. Q next Friday. So yes, this has come round again. This is autumn Q, I guess. So yeah, I'm going up. It's Friday morning. I'll be leaving because it's normal time. It starts at 10:30. So yeah, going up on Friday. I will let you know. I'll try and do some videos and some photos. we know it's a hand dye because I did ask for a spoiler on the Instagram yesterday, and Kerry wasn't going to give anything away, but then she said, I'll tell you it's a hand dye. So a hand dye yarn, which would be nice. No idea what it is, as we never do know. So yeah, I'll get some sort of footage and things of that and share that with you next week. I am staying up overnight this time because I'm going to catch up with Holly. We're going to have some dinner while we're there and hopefully actually get to see some more of Q. I have only seen a bit of it once, but it's huge and I feel like I've missed loads of it. So yeah, I might vlog from the hotel room, who knows. It's yeah, it'd be nice just for me to sort of not do it all in one day. And it's not a massive drive, it's like 2.5 hours if the traffic's kind, but it's just nice to not have to always be like, right, I've got to go down, rush off, and yeah, be able to sort of spend some time with, and Kylie as well. We always try and catch up, but it's very like hi and bye type thing, because you are there for the workshop, but it's nice to be able to catch up with everybody because we're all in different parts of the country and we've all met through a love of Toft. And yeah, to be able to sort of catch up with each other. I think there's some coming over from overseas as well, that I chat to. So it'd be lovely to finally meet them in person, because can you imagine the expense of flying in from overseas to come over for a crochet workshop? So yeah, it's a popular thing. Apparently all of Advent, all of the, Kerry said everything is in at Toft, so they will start packing all of that soon. Not packing to ship, don't get excited. Packing everything in your individual little baggies in readiness. But yeah, they will ship normally like they always do. It's sort of the end of November. I think it's mid-November for overseas and end of November, or about a week after for UK. But everything is there. So they've got everything, so which is good. No spoilers there whatsoever. Yeah. So if you guys see this and you've got anything you particularly want us to ask at Q as well, let us know, because we do always try and, poor Kerry, interrogate her when we see her. Last time we literally got less than 5 minutes, so we were throwing so many questions at her. She was like, what? But she's very much used to that with us now. But yeah, if there's anything particularly burning questions you've got, pop them in the comments, and I'll take them along with me and try and ask if I can, if we get time, to find out what you want to know. Book tour, that was the other thing I needed to tell you. Kerry is doing a book tour with John Lewis. There hasn't been one for 5 years, and this was before my time with Toft. So it's basically, you know, like when somebody goes around, like any author, they do a book tour, they're there for signing, they're there for chatting. So Kerry has managed some dates with John Lewis. They're all on Toft's website, all in October. I think the furthest sort of south she's coming is Bluewater in Kent. Ali Pally is part of that, so that's being classed as part of the book tour, which is good because there is a special book tour patch. So if Ali Pally wasn't on there, I'd probably try and venture to Bluewater, but it is a weekday. But she's there in the evening, like I think between 6 and 8 or something like that. So yeah, so book tour is available, and this is for the Edwards Menagerie that we've already got copies of because we pre-ordered, didn't we, for, you know, ages ago. But you don't necessarily have to go along to buy. I think you can go along to meet her, show and tell, have a chat. If you've got any other older books that you want signed, you can take them along. And just really an opportunity for her to get out and about and see people as part of the new sort of release. She did mention it to us at Q, like I think last summer, but I think she was having trouble with John Lewis and tying down dates and venues. So I think that was more the difficulty. But yeah, so every other one is at John Lewis except for the knitting and stitching show at Ali Pally weekend, which they're still classing as part of the book tour. What else? I can't think there's anything else. There's various advents coming up. They're not ones that I'm going to participate in, but to let you know, I think Crochet Society is releasing soon, and also Curate Crochet Box, Lottie and Albert. I'm not going to be partaking in those, but keep your eyes peeled on their website for those. Definitely the Curate Crochet Box I know, because I keep getting emails about that one. I don't know prices. I know it's 24 individual boxes, like you open the package like a book and then you've got all the little boxes. You kind of know what I mean. So yeah, there are still some advents that are going to be available, so don't think you've necessarily missed out. It's all the indie yarn dyers do theirs early. The sort of big companies like Crochet Society and Curate, because they use, I'm not going to say generic in that sort of way, but they use company produced yarn rather than indie hand dye. They can therefore release a little bit later and closer to Christmas. Trying to think what else really. Have I got any yarny orders coming? I don't think I have, apart from like usual subscriptions. I'm just going to check for you. No, I do not have any yarn orders coming because I'm trying to be good. Obviously those were birthday purchased and subscription, so there's been nothing else that I've ordered, which is probably unlike me. Anyway, I am going to, because I'm conscious I feel like I'm losing my voice or I'm going to need to cough badly in a minute, let you go, get this video uploaded. Yeah, go check out the Toft. I'll link it in the below, so you can check out the actual Toft website update. And I'm probably going to sit and carry on with Imaginists and watch some telly, because yeah, why not? I will show you my Imaginist when it's finished, but I'm not really sure what I'm doing with it at the moment. I'm just very much doing a lot of weird elements. I mean, it is supposed to be a monster, so who knows? But yes, I will show you when it's finished, because I'm not really sure where I'm going with it, to be honest. But I need to get a wiggle on with it. And just before I go, actually, I want to show you something very, very quickly. We had success with the sweet corn. This was so that I could see how big it was. We like to compare things to my head, don't we? So we had a successful sweet corn off the plants. We've got one more, or two more, but I keep sort of peering at them. They're not quite yellow enough yet on the they're not seeds, are they? On the corns. Kernels? Corns? You know what I mean. They're not yellow. Right. I am waffling now. Right. Thank you as always for watching. Pop your Q questions for Toft below if you can think of anything that we haven't already asked. But yeah, if not, just pop it and I'll answer it if we already know the answer. And I will update you all next week with a Q video, which hopefully you will all enjoy. Have a lovely rest of your weekend and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye.